You're watching the 420 Pace, found at 420pace.ca. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this toke. You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Oh yeah, baby, that's lovely.
Good morning and welcome to Psychedelics and Educational News for December. That's right, it's December the 1st. We got one more month to go in 2025 before we bring in 2026. And just so you know, weather-wise here today, because normally when Cindy and I are together, we're talking about weather. And as you notice, Cindy isn't with me today. She has the day off. And as I said, weather-wise here, it is cold, and it's going to be getting colder. I know that the weatherman predicted let's say, a regular winter that we had in the old days. And it looks like so far he's been right so far. Let's hopefully maybe he's wrong for the rest of the year and it's going to stay some warm. We'll find out. So before I get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button if you're on YouTube or Facebook. That way you make sure that you get all your cannabis educational and psychedelic educational news every week. We are live twice a week. So let's see. For news today, I've got stuff coming from Canada, the USA, Finland, as well as Venezuela. Plus, we're going to Venezuela. Plus, we're going to find out about psychoactive plants and frogs. They're facing a crisis, or are they facing a crisis? But first, we're going to get started off with a story right here in Canada, and that happens to deal with veterans. And this comes to me from StratCan. Headline says, veteran cannabis compensation cuts continue to cause confusion. The federal government's budget 2025, which was tabled on November the 4th and passed on November the 17th, included a plan to save the government $4.4 billion over 4 years by lowering the price ceiling for medical cannabis reimbursements through Veterans Affairs Canada from $8.50 a gram to $6 a gram. The program allows those approved for access to medical cannabis to be compensated for the price of the cannabis they buy from authorized medical cannabis producers. The price ceiling was previously up to $8.50 a gram for up to 3 grams a day. Now, the new payment plan would lower that compensation ceiling to $6 a gram. The projected savings, according to the response from the Department of Finance, are calculated using an accrual basis of accounting under rules that require any previous actual losses or gains that are normally recognized over time to be booked at the time of the change. Therefore, savings on a cash basis will be gradual, being realized over time as benefit payments are issued at a lower rate compared to the current status, according to the Department of Finance. They say this explanation, however, is not convincing to some critics. It took about 13 years to reach a little more than $1 billion in reimbursements. For example, in 2023-2024, there were 24,146 registered clients in Canada under the Veteran the VAC program, which is the Veterans Affairs program there, and 24,320. Oh, hang on, 24,329,042 grams were reimbursed. In 2024-25, that was 27,000 clients and over 30 million grams were reimbursed. Now, the Royal Canadian Legion has also raised some questions about the issue, saying the government needs to be more, to do more to address the confusion about veterans, or among the veterans, about how the changes will impact. Yeah, well, they're losing $2.50 or 30 cents a gram on what they're going to be compensated. Everybody knows prices are going up. And unfortunately, the veterans' cannabis reimbursements is going down. I hope the government will react the opposite way if the price of cannabis starts to go up, and the veterans will be that compensation amount will be readjusted. So, see what happens over time, and yeah, it's it's their medicine. They shouldn't be cut their medicine. I completely disagree on that. I wish they had found some savings some other way around on things. So here we go. Next story. This one's coming to me from Marijuana Moment. And oops, I hit the right button there. The headline on it says that DEA moves to boost production of psychedelics to explore therapeutic potential for post-traumatic stress and depression. That's right. The Drug Enforcement Agency is proposing to raise the quota for legal production of multiple psychedelics. And that's including psilocybin, 5-MeO-DMT, and methadone for research purposes in 2026. In a notice published in the Federal Register on Friday, the DEA said it is moving to boost the quotas for the psychedelic substances so researchers can study whether they can serve as potential treatment of conditions such as post-traumatic stress and depression. The proposed production goal for psilocybin rose from 30,000 grams this year to 40,000 grams in 2026, while the psilocin quota increased from 36,000 grams to 48,000 grams just 4 years ago. In 2021, the agency only called for 35 grams. What a huge change. That grew to 2,500 grams in 2022, 11,000 grams the next year, where it stayed until this latest proposal. Boy, those numbers are going up. And for methadone, an MDMA-like compound, the increase is even more dramatic. In 2025, the agency set a goal of 5,200 grams, but in 2026, it wants 30,000 grams produced. That's 25,000 grams more in just a year. Like the 5-MeO-DMT, the production goal for methadone was minuscule for 4 years ago, when the DEA proposed the manufacturing of just 40 grams. The same quota was set in 2022 before increasing to 5,200 grams for each subsequent year until this latest proposal. Over recent years, DEA has generally ramped up production goals for cannabis and certain psychedelics as interest in their therapeutic potential has grown within the public and scientific community. The proposed 2026 quotas for cannabis, THC, ibogaine, MDMA, LSD, and mescaline were not adjusted since last year. However, these proposed 2026 quotas reflect the quantities that DEA believes are necessary to meet the estimated medical, scientific, research, and industrial needs of the United States, lawful export requirements, and the establishment and maintenance of reserve stocks, according to the DEA. Now, the agency said that in setting the quotas, they took into account several factors, including projected demand for such class as indicated by procurement quotas. Information obtained by the federal health agency, such as the FDA and other factors affecting medical science, scientific research, industrial needs of the United States. There you go. So they want to increase the substances, the psychedelic substances, which is good. It's all, there's multiple uses that it's going for, including research. And, there's always seems to be more and more research all the time. We're seeing it in the news constantly, which is good things. And they're getting great results with it on top of that, which is always a fantastic thing. And people are asking for it because they're trying it on themselves, and then once they get a chance to get involved in a trial someplace, they go by the trial and show that it works. People are finding benefits. So, all righty, time for us to move on to the next story. This one comes to me from the International Business Conference. Headline, as you can see, says lawmakers support legal cannabis sales in Finland. All right, another country legalizing. Cannabis law and industry regulatory modernization efforts are picking up momentum in Europe, with a recent example surfacing in Finland. While a group of lawmakers recently expressed support for permitting regulated cannabis sales through government-run retail outlets, members of Finland's Left Alliance Party officially approved a new party position that supports adult use cannabis legalization, including sales through state-owned stores. The announcement came during the party's recent Congress gathering. The Left Alliance, they say, supports the legalization of cannabis use and the transfer of its sales to state-owned stores in its new target program. The party also supports allowing its small-scale cultivation. The party conference decided on the matter this past Sunday, reported Helsingin Sanomat, its local coverage there. Now, the Greens, before the Left Alliance, have included in their legal policy platform for 2024 that the party wants to legalize the use, possession, manufacture, and sale of cannabis. The outlet also reported. Now, a researcher affiliated with the Metropolia University of Applied Science says, economically, shifting the cannabis market from the unregulated black market to a regulated legal industry could stabilize Finland's GDP, as the other countries who have seen a substantial increase in their GDP in the years following their legalization. Now, they also found that the taxation model suggested and used by Canada and Uruguay demonstrates how governments can effectively regulate pricing and safe cultivating methods while keeping the legal market competitive against the illicit trade. Furthermore, Finland's unique position and commitment to renewable energy could position the country as a leader in sustainable cannabis production, they added. Now, the results of this research paper have found that the legislation of cannabis provides a substantial potential benefit for Finland, as it would open up a whole new industry, as well as economically the tax revenue gained from this new industry would be used to tackle the limited negative effect that legalization would have on society, as well as potentially help tackle other societal challenges Finland faces such as overconsumption of alcohol, the study authors concluded. So there you go. There is, I like to see that they've said that as far as the alcohol end of things, because that's showing a medical benefit on why to legalize. Because it's always, when they talk about legalizing cannabis, it's always seems to be about the economic benefits and not the medical benefits aren't highlighted. And it's good to see that they talk about that there with the alcohol end of things. So, all righty. From that story, going to move on to the next one. This time we're going to head over to some psychedelic information. Come on, click, click, click. And this next story, there we go. It is coming to me from drugscience.org. Headline, as you can see, says psychedelic species under threat. Are psychoactive plants and toads facing a conservation crisis? Yeah, good question. Now, the author says that we are in the midst of what is often referred to as the psychedelic renaissance. Research into psychoactive substances is increasing, and day by day, more medicinal uses of these medicines are being discovered. Alongside this, more people are trying psychedelics for the first time and attending psychedelic retreats. While a surge in interest is advancing research and creating patient benefits, it is also raising concerns over the conservation status of many plants and fungi and animals that produce psychedelic substances. Now, they spoke with Dr. Anna Emerkova and Sam Gundy about this stuff, and they said that they published their highlights that the important message that the psychedelic tourism and growing demand surrounding these incredible species might be posing a threat to their survival. Psychedelics such as psilocybin and LSD have become a street and research setting in the Western world. However, as interest increases, so does curiosity into different and traditional psychedelic species. Now, Ermakova and Gandhi focus on four of these. This Sonoran desert toad, whose milky secretions contain 5-MeO-DMT, the ayahuasca vine, popular in ceremony rituals, originating from the Amazon, harboring beta carboline alkaloids, peyote, a slow-growing cactus containing the psychoactive alkaloid mescaline. And then there's iboga, the ever more popular shrub containing ibogaine. Now, peyote faces possibly the biggest threat to its existence out of the four species. Across Texas and Mexico, conservationists and neurobiologists explain that the serious situation that is unfolding and how habitable loss has been ongoing for years for the peyote cacti. Now, they work closely with the Cactus Conservation Institute in Texas and have witnessed firsthand how new infrastructure, root plowing, and replacing native vegetation with invasive grasses, the oil industry, and the land use change are all having a huge impact on peyote survival. Now, as far as the toad, they say it is listed as being of least concern on the IUCN Red list of threatened species, which is alarming because there is still an unawareness among biologists. For example, on the IUCN website, it says there are no records of this species being utilized. They say that there's secretions are indeed used for psychedelic properties. Now, Ermakova explained that the earlier you raise awareness, the more likely the potential damage can be mitigated. That's right. Now, both of them, that's Ermakova and Gandhi, are keen to address the research gap that was unfolded with the feeling that there is a disconnect between the research into the medical value of these compounds and their underlying biology and ecology. Gandhi states that if we are going to conserve these species and their wild populations, we have to do that research. And we must address address this gap and be able to move forward. Now, as psychedelics go, 5-MeO-DMT is relatively easy to synthesize. Mescaline was the first psychedelic to be synthesized in the lab in 1990. And there have been recent breakthroughs pertaining to the lab synthesis of ibogaine. Now, these are what are used in a medical setting and are yielding impressive results, such as the 5-MeO-DMT for depression and ibogaine for addiction and other psychedelic therapies. Yeah, it's hopefully that whether it's through using it over medically or using up conservation land to expand our own footprint, doesn't put these shrubs and plants and animals at risk. And as they say with the toads, you can don't hurt the toads, you can traumatize them, and nobody wants to see that going on. So, but alrighty, shall move on to my next story. If I can find it here. Here we go. Click, click, click. So you need one of those people working in the background where no one sees it, can go ahead and do all this for us. But unfortunately, it's not the case. All right, I've got it up. There we go. This last story comes to us from I don't know, it's called the Oz or the Ounce. What do you think? Let me know. Oz or Ounce? OZ, it can mean them both. But the headline says the Vancouver Island residents using more cannabis. Well, it is Vancouver. Now, they say cannabis use is dropping on Vancouver Island, but it's still used at a higher rate than the rest of British Columbia. Now, the Island Health's annual population health status report looked at a variety of categories affecting people's health, including the use of cannabis and other substances such as alcohol. Now, they say that while we have seen a decline in consumption rates over the past few years, tobacco use, alcohol consumption, and cannabis use are all higher on Island Health than in the rest of the province, according to Dr. Rika Gustafson, Island Health's chief medical health officer. Now, the report found that 32% of the people on Vancouver Island reported using cannabis, compared to 22% province-wide. More males reported using cannabis in the past year compared to females. That's a 29 to 20%. Now, a total of 3.5% of Island Health residents self-reported cannabis dependency compared to 4.8% for British Columbia overall. Now, cannabis-related hospital admissions increased from 64 per 100,000 people in 2017 to 91.5 in 2023, after peaking at 104 in 2021. Now, among youth in 2023, 28% said they have tried cannabis at some point. Of those who have tried it, 61% reported using it in the past 30 days, which was the same as the province rate. The report found that the proportion of youth who have tried alcohol, tobacco, and cannabis have declined over the last 5 years. So there you go. That's what's going on in Vancouver Island. You don't hear too much about what's going on over there, so I thought, hey, let's find out. So that's what they're doing over there when it comes to cannabis and tobacco and alcohol. All right. Well, other than that, that's it for today. Thanks go out to you guys, for everybody, for tuning into the broadcast. Also to our sponsors, Limestone City Hydroponics.ca. And just though you know that their mail service works great, I ordered something there recently, and it was to my house within 2 days. Really appreciate that. As well as Camelford Lifestyle Shop. You see I'm wearing their hat. Just so you know, they've announced that the month this December, I believe it's towards the end of the month. I think it might be the 27th anyways. Big sale going on there because it's their 10th anniversary. They originally started out as Canada Days, and they have now changed the name to the Camelford Lifestyle Shop. So, as well as thanks to addies.ca. Other than that, we'll see you Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. And as I always say, don't forget to educate, medicate, and do not incarcerate.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420.
We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net. You're watching the 420 Pace, found at 420pace.ca. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this toke.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
You're watching the Hi Guys podcast with Al and the other Al on the 420 Pace Project.
Hey.
I need to put music in there.
Yes. Yes. I think we talk about that each time we have the show.
Yes, we do.
We do.
So I wanted to start on a high note,
Okay.
and I got a song.
All right. Let's do it.
Dr. High.
Oh, okay.
So
Dr. High's music.
Let's see if you haven't heard this one, I don't think.
No, I haven't.
All right, here we go.
Rub my eyes, feet hit the floor, and are the tan light one up for sure. Ain't no rush, ain't no stress. Start my day feeling blessed. Coffee hot, got my paper stacked. Took one hit, now I'm bouncing back. A little Skinner playing on the deck. And Dr. High said, boy, respect the set. Fire it up, roll it tight. Ain't no way I'm starting my day dry. Exhale slow, feeling right. Time to face the world, let's take that ride. Roll it up, light it up, start the day right up. Smoke it up, toke it up, let the sun rise up. Got coffee in one hand, joint in the other. Wake and bake, ain't no better way, my brother. Dr. High wrote the book on this vibe. One hit, one sip, time to ride. Now I'm flying, mind real clear. Speakers bumping, smoke in the mirror. Truck bed loaded, headed down the line. I'm high, but hell, I'm feeling just fine. The breakfast hit, biscuit stacked, eggs fried up, got my munchies packed. Ain't no way this day gonna be slow. With one more hit, man, let's roll. Fire it up, roll it tight. Ain't no way I'm starting my day dry. Exhale slow, feeling right. Time to face the world, let's take that ride. Roll it up, light it up, start the...
That's a long one, Al. Oh.
You didn't look ahead of time.
Yeah. Well, anyways, it was a long song. It's not even half finished.
Yeah.
My point was to uplift everybody.
Uplift everybody. For the wake and bake. Tune for the morning, right?
I've been up since 4:20.
Really? Yeah. I don't
Had
think I
5
saw
or
that.
6 of
Time.
these already.
If I'm up in the middle of the night, the last thing I want to know is what time it is, because then I start waking up.
I have no choice. Steven starts howling around 4:30, 4:20, literally.
Uh,
Yeah, you know.
is that when the bear goes by?
No, it's when Steven goes, "Ah, I'm hungry."
Sherry Ann says very long, and I'm assuming she's talking about the song. Very long song. How long was it? Did you notice?
Let me look here. It's only 3 minutes and 32 seconds. I think we're just stoned out.
And it's first thing in the morning, maybe. Oh no. I'm in the process of doing something, and I started last night at about 11 o'clock, and that was starting to upload all my pictures on my phone, and it's still going. I still got another 4,200 pictures to download
On your phone?
from my phone.
Yeah, I'm probably up there. I have not done a full dump since I've had this, and I've had this. How long have I been here? 3 years and a bit. I've had this 5 years. This phone, 4 years.
Yeah. I've had this 3 or 4 years now. It's just the first time I tried to upload them onto my computer.
I have to do the same thing on my digital SLR, on my Rebel, because I've got no more room. But it's got like the kids' pictures and pictures of my mom and pictures of the farm. And I mean, at the farm, I took a lot of pictures. I sat there in my chair and just.
Did you see I shared a memory from the farm?
Not when? Today?
The other day, I shared it on my Facebook wall.
I didn't.
You'd have to go scroll through my wall. You'll see it.
I will. Yeah.
It's only like about 2 days ago, maybe 3 at the most.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
It was a 5-year memory.
Oh, yeah, it's been 5 years. Yeah. I
think that would have been probably the first time I went there, I think, by looks of it, from the memory.
Yeah, I've seen those pictures. I found the one of you sticking your head in the window when we went to visit you at the hospital.
Yeah, that one. Correct. Yeah.
I found the picture of finding Mary Jane in a Timmy's parking lot in Nova Scotia. She pulled up beside me. I mean, I knew she was coming, obviously.
Right. I see that one of our cannabis community cohorts, friends, and all that is rattling some sabers. She is making more noise, and looks like maybe some challenge coming up. And that's Allison.
You know the way Allison is. She doesn't take no for an answer, especially when it comes to health.
Yes.
Allison has several different things going on, including MS. She is in a wheelchair most of the time these days. But she's very active. And I haven't read much of it. I'm sure that you could dive into it. But there's a challenge coming, because she was at an event.
She was out celebrating her 37th anniversary with her and Gary. And they're out that night, and she was ticketed for using
at an event.
At the bar, basically, is where she was at. Yeah. And she was charged because she was consuming psilocybin, which I believe she was using it as a tea.
As a drink. Yeah, she had a drink with her. As far as I know, these days, she's always got that with her.
Yes, exactly.
I do mine in the form of whatever amount. I did 2.7 yesterday. I haven't done that before.
It says here, Section 4 of the Controlled Substances Act makes psilocybin possession a crime.
Oh, yeah.
Canadians are denied safe and regulated access. Mental and medical health care professionals could make psilocybin use safer, but risk sanctions from their colleagues. The law blocks harm reduction and breaches Charter 7 rights. And they go on to say that this case is more than one woman's mistreatment. It's about creating safe legal spaces for psychedelic healing and ensuring mental health or healthcare professionals can do their jobs without fear. And a call to action, they're inviting healthcare professionals to support this initiative by providing short sworn statements to show their gratitude for their contribution. We will file a S56 application on your behalf to Health Canada.
What is S56?
It's a Section 56.
Okay, so that's the old Section 56. Yes,
correct. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Now Health Canada was allowing people with major illnesses that psilocybin and magic mushrooms will help. But then too many people, including Allison, applied to be able to use it.
Oh.
And then they went, oh, now hold on a minute. Let's just talk about end of life for now. And so that's where we are now, unfortunately.
Yeah, she's asking if you are a mental health practitioner willing to contribute, please reach out to lawyers Paul Lewin and Janelle Volina for details.
Yeah, I knew Paul was jumped right on board there.
Yeah. Let's see what all it's got here.
Allison,
she says here, Allison is a pioneer of cannabis and psychedelic.
I was just going to say that, Al.
She suffers from bilateral trigeminal, neurologic.
Big names,
BTN, and primary progressive multiple sclerosis and cluster headaches. She's living with excruciating neurological pain. And psilocybin is the only medicine that provides.
And she's got a tick in her head, tickemania or something like that, where it knocks her equilibrium out and everything.
That'd be the BTN. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've known Allison. Allison's one of the first people I met in the community. Oh God.
She was forcibly removed from the pub by the police and she was ticketed.
How much does it say?
No.
I should ask her.
Yeah. Canadians choosing psychedelics medicines have few options when they opt for underground ceremonial use. Sometimes this happens without proper preparation and integration. And it says mental and medical healthcare professionals could make underground ceremonies safer. Well, you could bring them above ground. Yeah. What else? Yeah, that's what she's got on her post there. So anybody who doesn't know, you're on Facebook. Search for Allison Mirrodin, and you will see the write-up, or even on my wall, because I've shared it on my wall as well.
And I've just asked Allison how much it is, and hopefully she'll answer me during the show.
Okay. All righty. How much a ticket is? Yep. Yeah, or did she just get no ticket, just a summons? Not a fine. She didn't get the fine.
Well, if she doesn't get
down to the court case, and
if she doesn't get back to me, she'll give me some details. If she doesn't get back to me during the show, we'll know for next week.
Yeah, for the next time, sure.
Oh,
ding!
Dinged me.
Get an answer?
No, it was Mary Jane in the other chat.
All right.
I forgot to turn my ringer off. Excuse me.
Yeah. All right.
The other day, you could hear Bear Bang go off during the show.
Really?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I heard it wasn't a bear bang. And they found another bear. They found a bear dead at the Canco, which is the gas station on the highway here, like right in town. Dead. Maybe a yearling, they said.
2 tags still up and going?
What's that?
2 tags?
No, it was a younger bear, a yearling, what they call a yearling.
Yeah.
And they're thinking that it was somebody pulled it off the highway. It was hit by a truck or something. The truckers won't stop. They're used to it. The cars, there would have been an accident or, into a tree or something.
The truck might have had a plow on the front of it. And
Right.
that's not, and that's not for snow. That would be for wildlife.
Unfortunately, yes, there's a lot, and just like the trains, you hear the trains going through town. They're not supposed to honk unless there's wildlife in the way. Well, or a person.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you smoking?
A little too much. Thank you for asking. I had a hybrid middle of the road while I was loading stuff up, and while I was waiting for you, I had an indica, which I'm just finishing, and it's just my dime bag thing. They put the price up. I'm not happy. It's no longer $10.
Oh, I know. I went in and bought my regular cartridge from my regular store that got bought by another cannabis company.
Oh,
one in town. We had Sunfish in town, but it got bought out by one plant, and so now all of a sudden my cartridges are $10 more.
$10 more.
Yeah.
That's not okay. Now, I was told by somebody in the know about stores that if you see price increases in your legal stores, OCS will have your old prices still, probably. For a little
if you order through them, then all your information goes to some third party in a different country. Like all your credit card information that they like to keep.
Yeah, probably.
And your ID that you have to submit when you order from them.
They don't work here, Sherry Ann.
Oh, the whistles. The whistles.
The wildlife just turns and looks at you.
But as far as smoking, $50 more, $10 more. It's my comatose live resin.
Okay, I got an answer from Allison.
Did you?
Sorry to interrupt. Hi, Al, honey. I've known her a long time. Wasn't a dollar amount, was 2 charges of trespassing and having an unknown substance on the premises.
Oh, so she wasn't charged with possession of having psilocybin.
Maybe that will happen because the what do they call them here? The Crown can add shit as they go, right?
Yeah.
They don't like one angle; they can go after another.
So what was the charges again?
Trespassing and having an unknown substance on premises in a bar. Like, I mean, if you were to spark up a joint in a bar these days, you'd probably get the same charge. I'm
with Sherry Ann on this. This is why she's got trespassing ? In her comment.
No.
Trespassing.
She was uninvited, I guess. Once you're asked to leave, the police automatically switch gears and it becomes a criminal trespassing. If you refuse to leave, that's where they can switch gears and actually remove you. Right? They have to do it that way.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. All righty.
Thanks, Allison.
Thanks, Al. I know you're not watching, but you'll catch it later.
You don't know that. There's 3 people watching.
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, she could be watching. Yeah. Yeah. And what does the defense lawyer in you say, Sherry Ann?
I worked for my mom's boyfriend when I got my license because he had a DUI, and drove him around I spent my late teen years in courtrooms watching stuff like this.
Yeah.
It it wasn't so much, it was about drugs back then, but not legal drugs. Although, okay, so my doctor, who's unfortunately now retired, was completely on board because I had talked to Jack about doing the same thing Allison was going to do, right?
Yeah.
Because it really was open. I know I switched back to this topic, Al, but it really was open to a more wider spectrum of people, and they've just closed that loop, which isn't right. Like, I can't qualify for it now until they change that. I was going in under the mental health angle.
Right. Yeah. And like we said earlier, the SAP program is really SAP, which is supposed to be special access program. But
they don't want to do it, and they'll push you and push you and push you until a judge says, "Hey, no, you got to do it."
Yeah. Exactly.
We do have some rights here in Canada.
Too, right?
We do have some rights here in Canada.
Thanks for the love, Misty Lee.
That makes it very hard for Health Canada to push us around, because we do have rights to medicating with what
for cannabis, and I can see that down the road for the mushrooms too, as well.
Obviously,
yeah.
Right. There's a doctor. There's a doctor at the hospital here in town that's doing a study.
Maybe that's why Allison wasn't charged with psilocybin possession, because she would take it to court and fight it right through to the end.
Morning, Misty.
Morning, Misty. You have a great day as well.
Oh, of course, but they would know, and the Crown would know this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Allison is, for people who don't know who Allison Meriden is she is a retired criminal corrections officer. Yeah, so she has a police background, and
she's been advocating on the cannabis end for a couple decades, easily, maybe even 3 now.
She is usually for the first time that I've known her, and that we've been going to the GMM. This year was the first time she was not able to be at the front, even before the banners and all that. She was always at the front of the parade, rolling down the street on the
street.
Somebody, usually on the street, somebody forgot to bring her charger this year, so she couldn't roll down through the streets of Toronto. Everybody else had to do it for her.
Oh yes, yeah. Her chair, it wasn't holding. Yeah, exactly.
I can hope so, Sherry Ann. I
hope so too, Sherry Ann. If it was a charge for the psilocybin end of things, that would be. She'd be. Even if they want to drop the charges on psilocybin, she would demand to be charged so that she could fight it.
Well, I can assure you that if Jack Lloyd is needed on this, he'll jump in as well. I can assure you of that. So this is right up his forte. Although, he tends to stay with the business angle, right? With the business and stuff like that. And Paul handles the people end of things.
Does he? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Paul, Paul Lewin.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. From a little bit.
I wish we had a little commercial for his office. We call Paul Lewin.
Yeah.
Don't know his number. Sorry.
No, neither do I. All righty. From that, we're moving on to.
It's certainly high on the list.
One more thing I have to change. I'm going to stop putting pictures of people on things, because when those things change, I have to redo everything.
Yeah, we'll put both of our pictures on them. And that
Well,
way,
that's what
because if we both bring something to that segment.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing.
Yeah.
I
okay.
have,
What do you have?
I've been talking about magnesium depletion.
Yeah, we were talking about that
especially if
in
you
a
use a
previous
lot of
show. Oh,
cannabis.
crap.
Right. I've talked about it for a while now because I'm having that issue. Right. Some people do, some people don't. A lot of people have, their magnesium levels under control, but when you smoke a lot of cannabis, it depletes it. Recently, I have been using several times a day. I take a little bit of a olive oil and FICO mix, a full extract, and put it in my tea or whatever. And I found out that olive oil has a substantial amount of magnesium in it. I'm not
Olive
getting
oil.
the leg. I'm not. Yep. Virgin olive oil. So I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
what I've
getting
been
the.
using lately.
I'm not getting the twitching and the nerve pain as much as I was, and I'm not feeling draggy like I would if I was just taking oil.
Right. Right.
You've done
You're
oil
thinking
before, Al.
you're getting some benefit from the olive oil.
Well, this is my point. Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm getting some magnesium and other nutrients that are in olive oil and it's helping. I'm feeling more alert, and it's so yummy in my tea.
Is it?
Anyways, let's have a look. I'm just sharing this tab.
Alrighty.
At where's damn squirrels are out. They want their food. Alrighty. Just give me 1 second to get this set up here.
All right. We'll pretend that we're at a commercial break. I'll sing.
Blah 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 blah.
What's he saying? I can't hear a word he's saying.
You can't hear it?
I can't. No.
You can't hear it, Al.
No. I can't hear that. I can hear you though. I see you got it cranked.
Huh. Okay, let me just.
So I don't know. Here. Hey, Sherry Ann, if you're still there, can you hear that out there?
Okay. Maybe the sound. Oh, okay. I just did that. It's telling me I have to reshare the window.
Oh. She can't hear it either.
Okay. We'll get there. Don't worry.
Thanks, Sherry Ann.
I lost the
7 weird signs. Your fucking body is screaming for magnesium. The last one will blow your mind. 1. Muscle twitches, random eye spasms, or night leg cramps. That's your body yelling, "Hey dumbass, give me some magnesium." Without it, your muscles refuse to chill and start glitching like a broken robot. 2. Headaches and migraines that won't quit. Low magnesium makes your blood vessels and nerves throw a tantrum. More deficiency equals more brain splitting pain. 3. Heart acting shady. Skipping beats, random palpitations. That's not cute anxiety. That's your magnesium levels screwing with your heartbeat rhythm. 4. You're tired as fuck all the damn time. Doesn't matter if you sleep 8 hours or 12, you still feel like roadkill. Why? Magnesium is the power supply for your cells, and when you don't have enough, boom, no energy. 5. Can't fall asleep. Your brain won't shut up, running like a laptop with 200 tabs open. Magnesium usually calms it down. Without it, good luck, insomniac. 6. Weird tingling or numbness in your hands or feet, like tiny invisible needles poking you. That's your nerves misfiring because they're magnesium starved. 7. Craving chocolate out of nowhere, not just your sweet tooth. Dark chocolate is loaded with magnesium. When you suddenly want it like crazy, it might be your body begging for a fix. Save this before you forget.
What do you say about them apples?
Well, I know somebody who's on magnesium supplements, and there's a lot of signs that they discussed during that little clip. That
And is
person
it
deals
working?
with.
And it's working for them?
Well, I wouldn't say
Hard to
100%
tell.
sure, but they are. It was something that the doctor did talk to them about.
Something I'm going to
And-
talk to my doctor about as well before I start taking supplements, because multivitamins and supplements are not always very good for somebody with diabetes.
Right. Okay.
So, but anyways,
Alrighty.
yeah.
So what I've got for this is I did a Google search for the best places to consume cannabis in, I think it was Ontario, and I found a
They came up
list that
with a
said the best places to smoke legally in Canada.
Okay,
Instead.
cool.
So they've got a bunch of information on the website, but I've brought it down to this spot right here. I'll share it to the screen here. And there we go. Best spots. Top outdoor legal spots by province. Stanley Park, Vancouver, BC. It's got wide trails, plenty of privacy, and ocean views. Hyde Park, Toronto. Massive space, ideal for picnics and sessions.
Yes, I'd say. Yeah.
Nose Hill Park in Calgary. Great elevation, sunset views, less crowded. Point Pleasant Park, Halifax. Coastal, wooded, and usually quiet. Toronto Island, take a ferry and light up in peace.
Yeah, I don't know about the island because it's pretty controlled and there's kids.
Is it?
Yeah,
Pacific Spirit Regional Park, perfect for hiking and mellow hits.
I'm sure
Now-
there's a lot of that going on in there.
Yeah, and this was this list was put together in August, so it's not an old list or
At
anything.
bongs.ca.
Yeah, bongs.ca. It's got all kinds of information on here. It goes through each province, lets you know what the general rules are in each province.
Yeah, well, let's just also remind people that in Canada, where you can legally stand or sit and have a cigarette, a tobacco product,
Yeah.
or a vape, you can use cannabis as well. And there's not much anybody can tell you. And if they say that's not true, they're full of shit.
Now they do mention cannabis lounges and cafes, and they say legal lounges are still in the gray area in most provinces, but some private cafes have found creative ways to operate. They say notable lounges. This one really surprised me because of this being 2025, and this one closed in 2020, and they list the Hotbox Lounge, and it even says closed in 2020.
Is Gunjanistas on there?
No. THC, the Healing Center in Vancouver, and Cannabis Carnival. It's
never heard of any of THC. I have, of course, in the hot box, but the others.
Yeah. So Sherry agrees with you.
There were at one time there were a lot of lounges.
Sherry Ann's comment. What the hell? My balcony isn't on there? No, it's not. Thank you. I think I've seen some views from your balcony. You'd have have some views from up there. So
she's facing the wrong way, though. She's facing.
I don't know.
I believe she's facing north, though.
Oh yes, Velvet Underground. That rings a bell.
Oh, I know about that place. Yes, I do.
Rings a bell. It does. So yeah, there you go. That was my list of things. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought, hey, I'll check that out, see what we can find. All right. From the list, we move on to
Right when I have the munchies. Perfect.
all right, right when you have the munchies. Well, maybe my munchies will that I've got listed here will help you out. Or maybe after the show you'll go make them.
Maybe.
All right.
Or I'll have that box of craft dinner with my name on it.
First up, we're gonna start with breakfast. We're gonna have just breakfast stuff today. That's
Are we doing breakfast?
And
lunch,
we're gonna start with a side order of cannabis infused bacon. Yes, really, that's what it says.
And asparagus from the looks of it.
Look at that, eh? Wrapped around the asparagus.
That would be so good, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I know, eh? So the ingredients: bacon, sliced, cannabis ground into fine powder, they say. Preheat the oven at 225. Spread the ground cannabis onto a cookie sheet and bake for 45 minutes. I like to put mine on parchment paper. Seems to stick to metal as things melt.
Sometimes, yeah.
They say place the desired number of bacon strips on an ungreased baking sheet. Yet again, if you can put that on parchment paper. Once the cannabis is done baking, remove and preheat the oven to 275. Sprinkle the baked ground cannabis over each strip of bacon, adding more or less depending on the desired potency. Bake the bacon for 10 minutes. Remove it from the oven. Flip the strips and sprinkle cannabis over the other side and bake for another 10. And they say, notes, all leftover fat on the cookie sheet is medicinally active, so you may want to save it and get creative. One quick option is to soak up the grease with bread and Viola cannabis bacon bread. And you can use it as
sandwiches.
So there you go. Cannabis bacon. What do you think? You can make that tomorrow for breakfast?
No, but I could use some of that butter to make a couple grilled cheese sandwiches for lunch.
All right. From cannabis.
I love bacon, but it doesn't love me, unfortunately.
Oh, really? Eh? I stopped eating it for years, but I have started eating it again.
What about chicken bacon or pork bacon? Or not pork bacon, beef bacon, like the faux bacon.
I had to. Yeah. I agree with Sherry Ann. It did look yummy. It did look yummy.
Yes.
Greasy. As far as there is chicken bacon, but I don't know. I've never. I spent a long time since
beef bacon. There's what do you call it? Vegan bacon. All that. Fake bacon.
Okay. And our other recipe that I've got picked out here.
Another one.
It's something that I have actually made in the past, and I never thought about this as their name. Poffles.
Poffles. Oh, waffles. Yeah.
Poffles. So yeah, cannabis infused waffles.
A poffle waffle.
They say you need 2 cups of cannabis flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 4 tablespoons or teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of granulated sugar, 2 eggs, 1.5 cups of warm milk, and 1/3 of a cup of melted can of butter. I used to put my can of butter just right into the powdered stuff out of the box. But if you want to use, the what do you call that? Use the raw ingredients, then this is the way to do it, they say. Preheat the waffle iron to your desired heat. Take the dry mixture, combine the flour, salt, baking powder, and sugar, and set it aside. As far as the wet stuff, in another bowl, gently beat the eggs carefully, not to over whip and create a frothy texture to your eggs, as it's negative for the outcome. Stir in the can of butter and the milk Pour the wet mixture over the dry mixture and gently beat until well blended. I used to just throw the butter into the, like I said, the butter into the thing.
Throw it all into the same
Throw it
pot.
in there. Yeah, they say pour it onto your waffle iron and cook until golden. They say alternatives for reducing the amount of cannabis. Well, just to put less in it. If you want to lessen it. The first is to either replace the can of flour with regular flour, or cut the can of flour with regular flour. Maybe try the 1-to-1 ratio. Another is basically the same desire as the can of flour, but involves the butter. You either replace the can of butter with regular butter, or do a blend as well. There you go. Poffles. I never thought about calling them poffles. You?
I just came back, Al. I was spinning.
Were you?
Yes, everything. I was loading stuff, and everything just went. Everything disappeared. Did I disappear?
You missed out on the poffles.
I saw some of the poffles.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm just putting it in. I'm just putting it into the chat.
All right. You should put the other one too.
Yeah,
Bacon.
Unfortunately, I closed it. But I have to go looking for it again. So there we go. I got the poffles recipe in here, and I will just, there we go. Waffles.
Potfuls. A potful waffle. That is
Waffle
much
waffle.
different than a twat waffle.
Waffles.
A twat
You know what you can also do? Not only that, you can get your infused maple syrup and put it on top of your poffles.
I have maple syrup. I got some maple syrup the other day, and I don't know. It's not maple syrup. It's syrup. It's the Aunt Jemima syrup that they put the lady back on the bottle.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just get some maple syrup. Usually, we've got something around here that we bought from the store, like a local maple syrup or something along that line.
I'm sure there's a selection here.
Then I just infuse it and mix it together, right?
Yeah, it's very easy to do to infuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, why not put a little bit of that can of butter on your waffle? People put regular butter on there.
As I've said many times, I've made macaroni and cheese with can of butter.
Cannabis, yeah, yeah. Just substitute one butter for the other, for the infused stuff.
All you're really doing is adding a cannabis flavor to it. That's really the only noticeable difference, other than you're going to notice it after you've eaten said box of craft dinner.
So I'm down to 3,100 pictures, just so you know.
Oh, really? It takes a while, eh?
Yeah, it does. And I put my charger back on my phone when it got down to 28%. So my charger's on my phone for the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm at 25%. So even though I'm charging, I'm losing power.
You know, when I was studying photography, I had a filing cabinet full of negatives in folders and pictures. And yeah, we don't need a filing cabinet anymore. Even I got my digital SLR, I can take a picture and put it right on the computer.
Oh yes, yeah.
So it's
my phone's getting warm
now. There's no more. I haven't been in a dark room in I don't
long time, eh?
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time I used film.
I have
say 2012, 2013, 2013.
I probably have about 20 some vintage cameras, ranging from 35 millimeter to the cartridge and a Polaroid. I even have an old Polaroid camera.
Do you really?
And, really, the only place you can get film is directly through Kodak.
Yeah, that's it.
And blacks and some of the stores in Toronto, the camera stores are still there. They're smaller, but they're still
Yeah.
there, and you can get stuff there.
I'm trying to think. I went Japan camera. Was it?
Yeah, Japan camera's still there as well.
Yeah, that's where I bought my my first camera, and it wasn't digital.
I got all my camera equipment at Henry's.
Henry's. I
Yeah.
did that too. That was where I bought my first camera.
Well, that's where I
81.
got all my school stuff. I had to buy 3 different formats of cameras: a 35 millimeter,
Mhm.
a 2 1/4, and then a 4x5, which is the big accordion
Big one.
studio cameras. And I mean, it was not cheap then. I can only imagine how much a sheet of 4x5 film costs now.
Oh.
And then you got to take it in. I don't have it. I used to have a dark room and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no more. What do you want, baby? Not talking to you, Al.
I thought you were talking to me.
What do you want, Squishawish? How
All
about
right.
we put on another song, Al, and I can go feed my
You deal with the
cat and my
cats, and then
dog.
I got a product review when we get back. All right. What's the song? He's looking. He's looking.
All right, I have to find the song we're going to play is by Jeff, and this is I've been told by their press person that they are 420 and psychedelic friendly. This is their
Oh, nice.
psychedelic song. I'm just going to do this.
All right.
Yes, I put the video because the video is actually very suggestive. Should I put it? Yeah, let's put the video. Nope, the video is not even here.
I don't know. I can
Hold
just.
on.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Don't rush me, Al.
No rush. I've been, like 12 hours, downloaded 8,000
quicker.
photos, and it's still going. So
For Al, but he's having the same problems now as both
you froze.
down to our laptops. Oh, it started, Al. It wasn't supposed to start. All right. This is Jet Black Roses, and we'll be right back.
All right.
It didn't go full. Sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Back in a hag Bacchus. Let's try this one more time.
Yeah.
Damn it.
How come it's only a little picture? There we go.
Hey.
Hey.
I know this little voodoo lady. She hails from home of Louisiana.
Uh-oh.
She knows just how to.
Uh-oh.
You do, baby. That's all you do. I'm telling you, baby. Psycho boogie hoochie coo. I wanna do it for you. Yes, I do. Got a freaky dicky licky little shack in the bayou. Funky sharking heads up on the wall. She got a 10-foot alligator named Leon. They like to get stoned to the bone, skinny dipping in the swamp. You don't need $1 million. You don't need a shiny car. You just need a little music and just stay right where you are. Yeah, psycho boogie, hoochie coo. But that's what you do. A little by your face. Psycho boogie, hoochie coo. I won't do it with you. Psycho boogie, hoochie coo. Psycho boogie, hoochie coo.
We're back.
Do you like that, Al? Do you like that kind of music? Do you like that?
Oh, it's a song.
Not your kind of music? It's a song.
Either way, I'm not, it's fine. Nothing.
It's country rock.
This is who was that again?
Jet Black Roses. I'm just looking where they're from. I can't remember where they're from. But they've toured with Styx and a few other well-known bands, Collective Soul. So yeah, they're I enjoy them. I've listened to every song they've made so far.
Have you? The Sherry Ann says that she thought that they were groovy.
They're very wide in the genre. They've got a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. No, nothing wrong with it at all. No. All righty. What do we got next? Song. There was, when you were gone, there was a little bit of freezing with it, and then it's finally as if it caught up and it's
What do you want for nothing, Al?
What? Yeah. All righty. It is time for our all right, product review. What have I got? What have I got?
Uh-oh, shut up, Stephen.
Oh, your cat.
How he just left the room and he eats and then runs down the hallway screaming at me. It's all gone. It's all gone.
Supper, give me some food.
Little fucker. From 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when it's
yeah. So my product review.
All right. That's a big bag of weed, dude.
It's a big bag. That big bag holds 2 pounds of cannabis. Recommended size for 2 pounds of cannabis. This is a grow bag. And they talk about how it keeps your cannabis at 62% humidity for storage.
Does it got packs in it as well?
Pardon me?
It got the packs in it as well?
No packs in it. No.
Oh, okay. It's all included. Everything's in there.
Yeah, it's just a bag. They come in different sizes. Some for an ounce, some for half ounce, some for a pound, 5 pound bags.
Smelly proof? Smelly proof?
Smelly proof? Yeah, I guess so. I've never noticed the smell with them.
Like, could you use those to ship?
I wouldn't do that. I don't think I'd do that.
You know that
you can see here. You can see the 2 white lines.
Yes.
Below the white lines is an actual, like a Ziploc baggie.
There's 2 zipper thingies.
No, just 1 zipper. But what they recommend is for long-term storage, because they can't guarantee that plastic seal
won't unseal.
These are terpene bags that help preserve your terpenes. They recommend that you seal with an iron. Seal the bag itself with an iron right across there.
Oh, okay.
You need in it, you just cut it, right? And then if you seal it again for long term, then you got more room to do so. They have
That's
different
kinda cool.
kinds of bags. They have some even with
Different
windows
shapes and
in them.
sizes, eh?
Yeah. Or oh, they got different ones now. Some come colored and stuff. I just get the regular old black one. For years I used jars. What I found with the jars is that I had so many friggin' jars, bins and bins, and
Yeah.
mason jars that always had to be cleaned out and maintained and all that type of stuff and burping. And this bag, I just throw it in the bag there and seal it up.
Vacuum it and throw it in the freezer.
So one day I thought, well, because I don't put any what do you call those moisture bags or whatever packs in there. So one day I threw one of my little humidity meters inside the bag, left it there for a day or two. Then I opened up the bag, 62% on my meter, just like the bag promised.
I wonder if that would
I
be
just
good.
went, wow, holy fuck, really?
It's 98% right now here.
So
Outside.
then I have some older cannabis, and I threw it in the older cannabis bag and let it sit in there for a bit, and I pulled it out. 62%.
It brought it back, eh?
It's still at 62%, and that's a good percentage of humidity, and good for doing creating your dabs for squishing.
Oh,
and now that I've got the press set up,
did you get your plates?
yeah. I show you the picture, but my phone is unloading pictures. I'm down to 2,850 to go. And I had to take my phone out of the package so that it cooled down quicker because it's hot. Because if it's working so hard and I'm having to charge it up at the same time. So, alrighty, Grove Bags. You can check them out at grovebags.com, and they come in Terp Block pouches, Terp Block liners, and Terpy bags. These are Terpy bags. Neat. There you go. They deal with mold prevention, weight retention, and terpene preservation.
And you can throw those right in your fridge or freezer, correct?
I don't throw them in the fridge or freezer. I just put them on the shelf.
That's what I was getting to. You don't put them in the freezer or
no,
you just put them
I haven't got it. I'd have to buy a freezer or a fridge. Yeah. No, I've never stored mine in the fridge.
You think it makes a difference?
Freezer's always been a concern for me, anyways. Because
do you think it would make a difference? Right? Would it make a difference? Do you think?
What, that freezer?
Yeah.
Yeah, freezers. Well, some people, from the information I've read on it, was that it can over time do damage to the terpenes. And when you handle a frozen bag, your trichomes are frozen. So when you move that bag around, you're breaking your trichomes off your cannabis, and they're
now. I have heard. I've also heard that if you're going to squish, then put it in the freezer for a little while and you want the terpenes frozen.
Frozen, yeah. Depends what you're going to do with it. You're just going to store it and then bring it out and smoke it. And you got a bag that's frozen. You take it out. It gets warm. It goes back in the freezer. Comes back out. Gets warm. Goes back in the freezer. What else are you going to problems you're going to cause?
I put a 1/4 pound in the freezer at the trailer.
Yeah.
I figured safest place for it. I won't smoke it. I came back in the spring to get it, to squish it. The freezer, the trailer lost power at some point, and it was just when I went into the freezer, it was just mush.
Yeah. And Sherry Ann says that she's only seen one person in her whole life put it in the freezer.
I know people who put them in.
I know a guy who put it in the freezer.
I used to store. I'd get my 1/4 pound and throw it in the freezer. Take a little bit as I needed. But I don't Now,
yeah. I've never stored mine there.
I keep my oil in the fridge. I keep my mushrooms in the fridge.
Yeah.
And now the cops know where to look when
Right.
they come to my house.
Yeah.
And I keep I've got half a dozen cookies in the mix
Yeah.
in the freezer in a bag as well.
Mm.
I didn't want to make all of them because I'll eat them all. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But if you keep them in the fridge, you
can slow down the aging process.
Right.
But yeah.
Also, it's also because it's dark in there usually, right? But every time you expose the light to the cannabis, it starts that degrading process again, right?
All righty. From recipes and products, what's next? Oh, I know what's next.
No, what's next?
What's next?
Surprise me.
So, I was reading this article this morning, and you won't believe what happened.
Tell me.
I can tell you what happened. I was
What happened?
a bit surprised, but not totally surprised at what in the news of this today. Headline on this article says that pre-rolls have overtaken flour as a consumer favorite.
Yes, they have. Although I do prefer rolling my own.
Yeah, I use pre-rolls, but I pre-roll my own. But
Do you have a machine?
Pre-rolls have overtaken flour, according to this report, and they say that how is this? Data provided by sales analytics firm Headset. They say the report reveals pre-rolls generated more than $1.27 billion in revenue in 2024, with nearly 69 million units sold. They said, but by 2025, pre-rolls had overtaken flour in sales to become Canada's top grossing cannabis product category. They say that through September the 9th of this year, pre-roll sales have reached $982 million and a 34% of the market share. That's up $72 million from the previous year. By comparison, flour recorded $909 million in sales and a 32% market share over the same period. That's down $23 million.
Down.
Wow. Because people are switching over to pre-rolls.
Yeah, that's why the pre-roll prices are going up.
Yeah. Now they say here, General Mission has risen to the top of the Canadian pre-roll market on its strength of its flavored and infused pre-rolls. Other top performers include Shred. They say they're famous for the terpene-rich blends, and I don't know. I haven't bought any of this stuff, so. 420, they say they're a heritage brand known as for accessible large multi-packs. Jeter, America's best-selling pre-roll brand, is being sold here in the Canadian market. And then Redican, recognized for its iconic Reddy's Slim pre-roll packs.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I've tried back 40 stuff, but not the pre-rolls. And as I said when we were talking about what are you smoking, where's my camera? It's over here. Here it is. Here. I get these. This is called a dime bag. They're about $11 now.
Dime bag. I remember those.
Yeah.
$10. Dime bag used to be $10, man.
Yeah. And this has 4.5 pre-rolls in it. They have an indica, they have a hybrid, and they have a sativa. I like the hybrid and the indica.
Yeah.
And, I got a $23 a day habit now.
So I think Sherry Ann says that she must have a girlfriend that works at a store, because she said that her friend said that 100% her customers want pre-rolls over flour. She says it's a younger generation. Yeah. They don't want to
I
learn how to
I
roll.
prefer hand rolled. I prefer hand rolled myself, but I don't mind.
Oh, so how is it? Sherry Ann says that she's got some shred in front of her. Now, I haven't got any pre-rolled today. Show you, but when I pre-roll my doobies and I put them in my
Doob tube.
doobie container,
Doob tube.
doob tube, that tells you it's sealed, right? No smell gets out. And they by the end of the day, when I pull my joints out of here, they're covered with spots like leopards because the trichomes are.
This something gets on them.
It's trichome on the paper. I don't see that in the store ones, but
but
unfortunately, she
unfortunately,
makes the monster funk master milled, so it must be already ground up.
Unfortunately, in my time using pre-rolls, the times I do, some of the things that I don't like is sometimes, and I'm not talking about Dime Bag, they've been relatively consistent, but some product, it's very dry. Sometimes you'll find that it's more of a shake than a bud, and is very harsh. Sometimes you have no control of what goes in that or how tight it is, and sometimes you open up a package and they just fall apart.
Oh yeah. Well, we seen during when we did that Karma Cup test in there.
Yes.
The end, some of the ends are folded right in there, really tight that you can barely even draw on.
Correct. And just on the Karma Cup, it is coming up next month, or is it?
Yeah, I figured we'd get to that when we got to the events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, Al.
Fine.
I was just going to mention that Sherry Ann will be going for us.
Oh yes, right. You mentioned that. Correct. And now, as far as the pre-rolls, and to Sherry Ann's point, millennials born 1981 to 1996 lead purchasers at 47%. There you go. And the convenience is the top consideration for buying pre-rolls.
Yes, it is convenient. I can walk in, get what you want. And I mean, look, for 10 years, we sat here dumping on anything going legal.
Oh, yeah.
And now, look, we're going to the fucking store and buying pre-rolls.
There was lots more. There was lots more about fighting.
You started doing that before me, and I was shocked because you are an avid grower. You have been for a long time.
Yeah.
And you grow nice weed. I know. I've had lots of it.
Yeah.
And but it's different. It's nice to try other people's stuff, even if it's a corporation, you know.
Well, I also looked at it as when coming into legalization, and I really haven't done this too much, to tell you the truth. But coming to legalization, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to be able to go in and get an idea of buy some pre-rolls or buy a few grams of a certain strain, and then make that decision on whether to grow that strain.
Well, when I find a strain in any context, be it from somebody that has given it to me or sent me a taste or whatever, I always ask, what is it? Especially if I like it.
Yeah.
But you know, it is convenient. The pre-rolls are very convenient. But what I also like what's going on at the legal store is I get a big bag of buds.
Right? Yeah. You've had them on the show before.
Yeah, and that is a half an ounce of a sativa and a half an ounce of a hybrid, or you get what I mean. You get a half and half, and there are other products. I've also talked about oh crap, I can't remember the name of it, but it's 4 quarters. So usually 2 indica and a hybrid and a sativa kind of thing, right?
Right.
Potluck. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah. Metal rules, you're right. Cramming a bud into a bowl is just as easy.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't do bowls anymore.
No, eh?
No, I like my shatterizer though. I'm good. Right.
I got that right there.
I can't even use the Happle.
Really, eh?
I have not bought hash in a while. I'll make some,
Wow.
but
I had a guy write me this morning.
I can't use my student glass either. I'm just like,
Coughing,
somebody,
right?
So what did they ask you?
Actually, a friend of mine wrote me late last night. I got it this morning. And the as far as the Happle, he thanked me for connecting him to the Happle. They went camping over the weekend, and they spent the weekend at a spot in their campsite that they called the Happle Bar. They sat there, and they just constantly all weekend long kept going over and using the Happle and standing around shooting the shit. So they called it the Happle Bar. Yeah, he was really excited and really happy that he got it.
You know, I really like it. I like it. I have what's the one I have?
Mm-hmm. You had a dewdrop.
I have a dewdrop, which is a water version of a
water
Happle.
version. Okay.
And even that is too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I'm like, I love it. I love the taste of it that comes out of it, and you're literally drinking your whatever you got, your smoke there, and it's just. But 10 seconds afterwards, you can't talk to me. I can't hear you because I'm coughing.
Well, Metal Rules, he commented about that. He says, I cannot do 21st century hash. Makes me hurl up a lung coughing.
Yeah. I have been, what's the brand there that they're connected to?
Nugs.
Nugs. Yeah, I like Nugs. It's a soft black. And then there's what's the other one that you get, Al?
Hash?
Yeah.
I got some Afghani hash.
Vortex.
That's what I
like Vortex. They call it an Afghan, but it's not. It's just it's your soft old school. They call it old school hash, don't they?
Yeah, the Nugs puts out the Happle for Dave, and Nugs has got a product called Old School Hash.
And I love the Nugs. It works really nice. You know, one of the things I don't like is I keep losing my fucking snake in the water, and then you got to fish
water
in my
Happle
little bong there.
The
my dewdrop.
Yeah, because there's inside, even in the dewdrop, there's a dry spot in there where the smoke gathers.
Yeah, no. It still gets in there. You can hope that it doesn't drop down into the water, but it always does. But you know, let me tell you one thing that I absolutely love about what Dave has made here, these products that he's made. If you break your stem, tell him he'll send you a new one.
He'll send you a new one. That's right.
Yep. I broke my stem and he sent me 2. I got a 2 for 1.
As far as Metal Rules, as far as I know, yes. Old School Hash is like the brick hash back in the day. The old style stuff. So.
Well, they hope it is, anyways.
And Sherry Ann says that only vapes make her cough. I don't know whether she's talking about vaping cannabis or vaping like the carts.
Some vapes do. I like there's a couple of products that I like from the vape pens, but there are some of the cheaper ones. I like the rosin pens, the live rosin pens.
I get the live rosin ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, vape carts. Yeah, a lot of people say that as well. I'm staying away from the distillates and the added flavor agents.
Yes,
that's what it says.
And even the added terpenes.
What the hell is that added flavor agent?
Even the added terpenes. I don't want to try them. I look at it and I want to have I don't want a distillate. Okay. I want an oil or a what do you call it? Okay, I've had way too much doobies today, Al. Move on. I forgot what I said. I don't.
Cart vapes are like cash, wax, half, and Slay are not worth it.
Well, and that's why I love my Shatterizer, because as you see behind me, I know it's dark back there, but that right there is my squisher. And the reason I have that here is because Al stole my old one.
That's the one I got set up.
He come over and just took it one night when I was in Toronto, and
yeah. Matt Rule says, never thought I'd
and it's working good.
I'm a hilly now, or hippie. Yeah.
Is it working good, Al? You got it all dialed in?
I actually haven't. I have to get some bags.
I don't like using the bags because I want to be able to take that puck and throw it into my magic butter machine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have more than 3. I have been using the Shatterizer for as long as I've known Matt and Val. They always make sure that myself have one, and Al and all of us really. And I love my Shatterizer. They have so many different types of cartridges you can put on there.
And then you put your own rosin that you pressed yourself to consume it.
And you can they even have oil cartridges where you can load it up with your oil or your rosin, whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that I wouldn't advise you to try and do in it is put a nug of weed into the pen, because Matt will get upset with you.
Sure. I've never heard of Papa Herb's vapes, and the vape carts. Yeah, that's the complaint. Cough, cough, cough. Alrighty, we should move on from that, from news.
All right.
And I got some.
Go!
Yes.
Hockey's coming. That's all I was going to say about it.
Well, I'm not even going to talk hockey today. I'm talking football.
Yeah.
That is because they are making changes in the CFL.
I was watching Global News last night and saw that. And when you're done that, I have something I want to say on.
All right. So what they're doing is they are going to have shorter fields and goalposts moving behind the end zones, or
like the NFL has done. Like the NFL has done. And there's also one more thing they're going to do.
What?
Something with the proximity of the fans. And that also is one of the things that's holding things up. None of these changes may happen until 2027, they say.
Yeah. They say that starting next season, teams will no longer be able to win games with a single off missed field goal that sails through the end zone. No points will be awarded for errant field goals, punts, or kickoffs that go through the end zone. If a returner fields a missed field goal, punt, or kickoff in the end zone and either kneels or is tackled in the end zone trying to forward the ball, a single will be awarded. So they're rewarding points differently. They say this is going to create more touchdowns.
faster game,
which creates more highlights, drives up the scores,
and it's exactly going along exactly with what the NFL is doing
is
or
it?
has done that they did in the 50s or something like that.
There's going to be the automatic reset on the play clock is going from 20 seconds to 35 seconds.
They're going from 110 feet, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it feet?
Yards.
Okay, so they're going from 110 yards to 100. They're shrinking everything down to make the game faster, like they did in the US many years ago in the NFL.
They're going to make the surface shorter in 2027, as you said.
And the representative that was talking also said the reason the NFL did it years ago was a safety reason. The players, and they had some players talking about it, and they said that it's a safety issue as well. Because when you're coming in to do a goal, there's a lot of, in the CFL, there's a lot of hitting of the post. By moving it back, they're hoping that happens less.
That's safer,
yeah.
Now, they also say that next year, once the play is dead, the 35-second clock will begin. And in 2026, they're going to start moving the players' benches to the opposite side of the field.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
And then in 2027, they talked about reducing the size of the field. And they say that this will make CFL fields look very similar to those in the NFL. However, the playing surface will remain 65 yards wide as opposed to 53 yards in the NFL.
Yes, I heard that as well.
Yeah. So some changes coming in the CFL. There we go. I haven't got any sports scores or anything for today.
I have completely forgotten what I was
going to see you, Sherry Ann. Have a great day as well.
I've forgotten what I wanted to mention about sports.
We were talking about CFL. We're just starting.
No. Before you started, I had something in my brain that I wanted to mention about sports, and I can't remember. Oh no, baseball. Do you know anything about this Banana League?
No.
You've not heard about it? Yeah, they dance and they sing and they have performers come out in the middle of the game.
About that?
Yeah, a few months ago. Yeah. So now they have they'll have a lead singer from a band come out and sing a couple of songs to the crowd while they're playing the game, things like that. It's just, we need something like that in Canada. I would go to something like that. It's just so fun. They're bouncing around. They're all athletes and they're bouncing around and flipping and they dance and then they line up and they swing.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's like watching a bunch of clowns on the field play baseball for real.
Hey, Sherry Ann's got 3 shadow risers. I got 2.
I have there's one on my green guy. I've broken my what do they call the big one, Al?
Oh, the bubbler?
The bubbler. I broke my bubbler, and Matt was going to give me another one, but they're not cheap.
I got my bubble one is in my other room.
I missed that.
I got the old one right here.
Yeah, I've probably got 20 of them. I could probably, and I've killed 15.
It had the little thing on the bottom.
That's the first thing I take off. I can't stand it. You're gonna lose it anyways.
Got my package of my atomizers. Box.
Which do you like better, the coil or the ceramic?
Ceramic.
You can burn hash in that as well, in the ceramic.
I haven't tried it.
Unfortunately, what it does though is it dries it up into a really hard rock.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's not fun to clean. I like I said, as you can see, I got my big shatterizer. I got a bigger one than you do, Al.
I haven't got a Shadowriser poster like you.
Why don't you ask Matt for one? I'm sure he gave me that. That poster was hanging at Gungeonistas.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then when we closed it off, I took it and I put it. It was, I think it was up on my, no, it wasn't even up on my wall in the apartment. But that's an old banner that he had that ripped. So I cut the top off, I cut the bottom off, and there it will sit.
Alrighty. Oh, did the sports thing. Where do we go here? I got the wrong tab open.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. Down to our last segment of the day. Alrighty. I had an event, but it was last weekend.
So
but
this week
I had others. No, Naomi sent me an event of a store, something going on at a store, and it was on the 20th. So I didn't show last week, so I couldn't show it last week. So what we got? September the 23rd. Today's last day of Women in Cannabis Expo, and I haven't got a clue where that is. I'm gonna bring it up and find out. Nevada. If you're in Nevada, just so you know.
I'll head right there right now.
Women's Cannabis Expo going on. The Flower Expo is going on in Illinois. Tether's a tobacco sampling event. So that's going on in Toronto, Tobacco, unless you know somewhere else that's got the same name. It's happening on September the 24th. And it is happening at the Mirage Banquet Hall. Highlights include sampling bags for bud tenders and retailers, complimentary food and drinks, private patio for on-site consumption, exhibiting brands that they have there. And it's 19 plus event, and tickets are limited and samples are reserved for bud tenders and retailers. So that excludes you, meow. Yeah. Now I got another one that yet again Naomi sent me, and this is from in the legal world again. It's for bud tenders and the things, and that is the Roll and Bowl. It's happening all across Canada. It's going on in Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto, Ottawa, Winnipeg, Saskatoon. And in Toronto, it happens on October the 15th. So I'm sure we'll bring that up again.
And what is the Roll and Bowl?
Roll and Bowl is, they say, is a fan favorite from the Bud Tender Surprise and Delight series. New, bigger, bolder, and open to all. What started as a Bud Tender only experience has evolved into a celebration where Bud Tenders, consumers, and industry guests come together and enjoy the very best of our community has to offer. It's on from 5 to 10. 5 at night to 10 at night, 19 and older. Event. They say expect interactive brand activations, epic giveaways, Candy Mountain Station, tasty catering, good vibes all around, fully licensed consumption zone, all with playful bowling twist to keep the fun rolling.
So it is actually bowling.
It is actually bowling. Yeah. Each ticket unlocks access to the main event and the official after party, keeping the celebration alive. And this is going on at 1681 Lakeshore Road in Toronto. Lakeshore Bowling Road.
The last time I went bowling, I used to bowl in a league when I was younger. But the last time we went bowling with the kids, David had never been before, and he literally pulled a movie flip off as he's bowling. Whoop, bang on his ass. It was fucking hilarious. I got a picture of it.
Gail used to bowl in the league.
I did as well.
Did you?
Till I was about 18 or so. Yeah. Then
yeah, she would have been that.
And I discovered alcohol, but then I didn't realize that you could put the two together. And we started bowling every Friday night at the Rock and Bowl.
Yeah.
They
I know.
they shut the lights off. They crank up the fucking. Hey, buddy. They crank up the tunes and.
Hey, buddy Weeds, how you doing, buddy?
Serve you your drinks.
Yeah.
You didn't
All
bowl?
right. Huh?
You didn't bowl?
Not in the league. I've bowled.
Yeah, you like your cars.
Just for fun.
You like your cars.
Yeah. I like my cars. There's no doubt about that. I enjoyed my cars. Automotive end of things.
By the way, it took me three weeks to recoup from that little ride of ours.
It did that?
Yeah. Oh, fuck me.
Wow. They want you to ride out back.
Yep. I was so sore, but it, probably from all the driving too, right?
Yeah. Oh,
that really bounces you around.
13 hours. Fuck. No wonder. Yeah.
Oh, more than that because it's there. It going down and then coming back,
right?
And then walking around with doing family stuff.
Yeah.
Cheeseburgers and stuff.
So we got one more thing to cover. That was the events, entertainment. You got anything for the entertainment end of things?
Yes.
Okay.
If you look in our Hi Guys thing, you will see an article about Whoopi Goldberg.
But the only problem is if I go start up Facebook right now, it'd be
all right. Well, we'll skip that.
And everybody would freeze and the whole bit.
Let me see if I got it here. Let me see. There was something else. Entertainment. Okay. If you have Netflix, even if you don't have Netflix and have other ways of viewing stuff, if you have Netflix, go in and if you are a fan of the show Ozark, which is Justin Bateman, okay. He has a new show that he's directed called Black Rabbit with Jude Law. I watched it. It's classified as a mini series, so there's only 8 episodes. But if you are a fan of Ozark, he has said this is Ozark on steroids.
Oh, really?
It's very well done. I watched it. I sat there and I watched the whole fucking series just in a row. And so Black Rabbit, check it out.
Check it out, Black Rabbit. Then I'll maybe look at that after I'm done watching the new series that I just started on the weekend.
Oh yeah, what's that?
And I started to watch Keep Breathing.
What is that about?
It's about a small plane crashes into the middle of the Canadian wilderness. A lone survivor must battle the elements and her personal demons to stay alive. And in the one that we watched is, it was a lady who was in a hurry to get someplace. And instead of waiting till the next day to take a plane, because her plane ride was canceled, and she said she had to be there right away, like that day. And they said, we can't do anything to help you until tomorrow. And she ended up jumping on a plane with 2 guys in a small plane that crashes into a lake. And so she's got to survive that. Is
this reality? Like it's actually happening, or it's a show?
It's a show. It's not a reality thing.
Okay. So it's like Lost.
So there's just one person though. There's only one person, and that's it. Because it's
one.
I don't want to give away the whole story, but
no,
it goes from 3 to 1, and then she's in the wilderness by herself. And being it's one of the first show, I don't know what's going to happen down the road yet. But
do you remember a show called Cube?
Cube?
The Cube? No. It was a prison where it held people in boxes, and they get out of one box. They all get together and they try and get out of this maze of boxes. The same kind of thing, except for that's in the forest.
Yeah.
Right. I don't like shows like that.
Yeah. Well, they say that this show is dark, emotional, adventure, deadly disaster, wilderness survival, thriller, drama, and limited series.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I just finished last week was the end of I love all of the below decks.
The who?
Below deck.
Below deck.
It started with Captain Lee and his crew, and they do charters, and it's all reality, and it's the relationships and all that stuff. It's drama where drama's supposed to be.
Right.
But now they have several spin-offs.
Mm-hmm.
So, one day during the week, you can watch this show, and then you watch a new one of the other one. And they've got Sailing Lot, Mediterranean, Below Deck Mediterranean is with Captain Sandy, who and then there's Captain Lee's no longer. Anyways, doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? I think we're done.
All right.
I haven't got anything. We got no more segments, and I haven't got anything on tabs open to.
Oh, I'm sure there's something, but
there's always something. There's always something. I know here's something. Yesterday we finally got some more rain again, but it come down in buckets.
Here as well
today, and I went out and checked my ladies.
They're all okay.
They're okay. They're okay. They didn't. They were happy for the rain, but they are okay. Nothing's broken this time. I had some breakage there a week or 2 ago. 2 weeks ago, I guess.
I've had breakage too, but it was my greenhouse, not my plants. That's what I'm worried about at this point is the windows collapsing in and breaking.
Yeah, on your plants.
Yeah.
No
and
snow yet?
I killed my heater. So yeah. Yep.
You couldn't keep up.
You know what? Those little Mastercraft electric heaters are not made for greenhouses.
No.
There's a lot of moisture in there, and it might be the thermostat because of that. It might be because it's beside a fan. Who the fuck knows? I just know that it's time to get everything in.
The inside, that's right.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I'm about 2 months behind. I still have. All my plants have just started budding, and
it just started. Holy smokes!
Just started like a week ago. There was one that started a couple of weeks ago, but so they've got another 6-8 weeks to go at least. Right?
Wow.
So
yeah, mine were showing signs late August.
Yeah, no, nothing. It's because it drops down so it's getting down 8, 6 at night some nights.
Oh, we've had some ones.
We've had our first 2 frosts already out.
We've had one frost that I'm aware. I could see it on the roof on the shingles.
Yeah, on my car. On the car as well. Yeah, so and the bears are out in full force because
I see the bear camera going on at your place.
They are
already, just so you know, good news. I'm down to 2,000 photos still to upload.
And then you've got to edit them all and get rid of what you don't want.
Oh fuck! I got rid of piles and piles and piles of pictures.
Oh, I sit here for hours and do that.
And because I couldn't get it to work on my computer to switch it over, someone suggested that I buy an external drive that you can just plug in and you can put it onto a drive.
I have one over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, great. So I looked it up, $50, all that stuff.
I have a terabyte drive.
I have a terabyte. I have for my computer, but for my phone, this is to plug into my phone to download my pictures off my phone. Okay. And the 2 that I've seen, the 2 makes that I've seen so far, they recommend you download an app because of it being an Apple product instead of a Droid.
I have a suggestion for you.
And every review on the apps stuck like a 1. Every one of them. So I didn't want to really buy something that I couldn't use.
Well, you know what? Before you go spending any money, I just want to tell you, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you have unlimited for photo storage and video storage on your account.
Oh, dear. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not a Prime member.
I am.
Yeah.
But I just don't use that. I'd rather have everything here.
Yeah, I'd rather have everything here too, but I haven't been able to update my phone in 6 months because
my sister goes out and buys sticks for every group of stuff that she wants to save.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I got sticks, all right. They're over here, but not with the lightning end on them. Yeah.
You can get a cord
from my Apple phone to my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plugged it into my computer. It ran. I sat here last night for 4 hours trying to upload my pictures to my computer, and it ran. It says they're uploading all that stuff, and
then it errored.
Crashes and errors. Exactly.
What you could do is plug your phone in, and then find the drive itself. Because on your phone you'll see it has a drive that shows up on your desktop. Okay, and then you go into that and look through the files till you find all your photos, and then just take that folder and drag it into your big drive. On your computer, and it will take just as much. It'll go quicker than your phone, but it basically transfers all your everything in one, as opposed to going 1, 2, right? So you can try that as well.
We'll see what happens when I'm done here, and I'll give that a try. I'm not gonna stop this from doing what it's doing.
No.
And
it's frustrating.
Yeah, I'll go from there once it's uploaded. But I see here on my phone, it's not called a JPEG. It's called a .heic. I don't know. I've never heard of HEIC. HEI. Oh, there's some that say JPEG, and others that say HEIC. There's a picture. I see a picture of me and Julie Corello down. Oh, shit! I know something that we should have talked about going on down in Tenega today. Cannabis raids going on down there today.
Are they raiding?
Yeah, they are raiding.
They started doing that all
police
over.
are raiding non-native locations.
Oh, so is that happening
alone?
As far as I knew, the only thing that was on Tanganyika was native. Obviously not.
Yeah, non-native locations is what the notice said. Let me just see if I've got it here. No, it's not there.
Wow, that's been going on. That's been going on in Nova Scotia as well. Now.
Yeah,
raiding in Nova Scotia.
Well, this is they're not raiding the native stores.
They're raiding the non-native stores.
Correct.
Which means native non-native people living or working on native land, basically, right?
Actually, I know who's got it posted. Let me just see.
I didn't see anything about that this morning at all.
Oh, I've seen it.
Even from Tim, and I see everything that Tim posts. It's a balmy 19 today.
Is it?
Yep.
I'm not seeing it on her wall. Who else had it?
Here, let me look on my phone, see if I can help.
It showed up in my thread.
Is it not on Tim Barnhart's wall?
I haven't gone to Tim's wall.
All right, I'll look at Tim's wall.
I'm just sort of trying to go through some of these people I know. Oh, there it is right here. Okay, I found it. And I will bring it up on the screen here. Okay. Here it comes. Right there. Statement, ongoing investigation. After an extensive investigation, the Tioga Police Service, in partnership with the OPP, Organized Crime Enforcement Bureau, will be executing search warrants on the Tioga Mohawk territory relating to illegal cannabis production. During this operation, there will be a significant police presence necessary to preserve public safety and apprehend those responsible. The public may encounter restricted areas of containment, although every effort will be made to secure the affected areas. There is potential for suspects to evade police. We request that members of the public do not approach these individuals and report them to the police. This investigation involves non-Indigenous criminal organizations exploiting Indigenous rights and lands, regrettably aided by a limited number of community members. The projected profits, estimated in the millions, serve only to benefit those community members and the associated criminal organizations, not our community. Tioga is not alone in this struggle, as numerous territories are plagued by the presence of criminal organizations. In response, many territories have put aside ideological differences, taking action to remove these criminal organizations and those jeopardizing the safety and security of our communities. Further information will be provided as it becomes available, and that's from the Tioga Police Services
and the OPP.
Now that's where'd we go? Come, we're not on the screen. There we are. That's the first time I've heard of any police raids down there since, I'm going to say 2015, when Tim opened up.
I wonder if that's going on in Alderville as well. Or
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
As far as I know, all of the stores along the Green Mile there in Alderville, Ontario, are all Indigenous.
Yeah. Now
I'm shocked.
It uses the words production, so I take production as growing cannabis to. Not the actual retail end of things.
They're leasing some land from Native.
Could be, yeah. Could be.
Oh, it's bound to happen.
Yeah. So I'll keep an eye on that.
It's too bad though, because it puts a crank into doing it right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, again. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that and see what comes of it. And
yeah,
go from there.
Yeah, man.
All right. Anything else? Nothing.
My pillow.
Just your pillow. All righty. Okay. All right. That's it, everybody. We will see you all again next Tuesday. Let's see what's coming up. You've got Newbie and the Doobie coming up Wednesday evening on the 420. Yeah.
Yep.
And today is Tuesday. This afternoon, I'm not sure what's going on with the Mushy Moment. I'll have to take a look into it. I did see that Cindy got home, so
I didn't see anything in there yet.
Yeah. All righty. You have a great weekend as well, buddy Weeds. Or great week. It's not the weekend yet.
It's the beginning of the week.
That's right. Yeah, unfortunately, we still got 3.5 more days to go this week. So before it's the weekend. All right. Other than that, we'll talk to everybody later. Bye bye.
You're watching the 420 Pace, found at 420pace.ca. Rerolled Saturdays. Check it out. Nothing but non-stop cannabis and psychedelic programming. Find it at 420pace.ca. You're watching the 420 Pace, found at 420pace.ca.
So I've got papers in front of me. If I look down to read, I apologize, but this was written from the heart. I just spoke it out, and Google, I think, typed it for me. Yeah. So I am Cynthia Howell. I'm an earth medicine facilitator, as I call it, and my company is called Soul's Journey. And I'm so grateful to be here with you tonight. Maya invited me to speak a while back about medicine that I serve, about medicines that have transformed my life. And before sharing about them, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and share about the woman that is standing in front of you. And I really, half the time, don't even know where to start with that story. It's kind of a large one. For most of my life, I struggled in pain, PTSD since the age of 5. Pain led me to a life of addiction. My addiction grew out of the childhood trauma I tried to speak about as a little girl. And I wasn't believed and I wasn't heard. And when a child is not believed, something breaks. A silence forms and a separation happens inside. And this happened to me as I fought through childhood. Even so, I ended up building a functional life. I graduated high school. I went to university and studied psychology. I served in the Army for 4 years. And I earned an associate's degree in bookkeeping and office management. And then I ended up going to work for my dad for about 20 some odd years, living in addiction with cocaine and alcohol, eventually giving up the cocaine for pharmaceuticals. And when I found cannabis as a medicine, I had 11 different pills that I was on every day. So handfuls of pills 3 times a day. And from the outside, things looked fine. You know, I had a house, I had a car, I had a job. And on the inside, I was screaming for help. They were silent screams that I was just trying to quiet with substance. And then one day in late 2015, somebody said, "Why don't you try eating your cannabis?" And my world started to change. That's where my healing started. I woke up on the 3rd day of doing this and I took my oil and I went and got a coffee. And it was 2 hours later when the withdrawal started happening that I realized that, oh, I didn't take pills today. And from that point on, I worked to get clean off the pharmaceuticals. In July of 2016, I took my last one. Around that time, somebody introduced me to microdosing with psilocybin, and I was at first like, because mushrooms were part of my addiction, or I thought. So I get educated on the medicine that psilocybin is and what it can do and how it can help heal the brain, especially for those that have suffered addiction. So I started to microdose as I learned. And microdosing, it was kind of the catalyst. It was that gateway medicine that led me to the bigger psychedelics in the world. And I discovered iboga, and then I discovered 5-MeO, and then cacao, pure chocolate showed up in my face. And then Combo came along and it brought Hepe and it brought Sananga, purifying, beautiful medicines. And this all eventually led me to breath work. And I still walk with cannabis and psilocybin today. And I still have an absolute love in my heart for the medicines that they are and for the love that they brought to my life. So tonight I'm going to be in service and speak to you about 4 different medicines that have shaped my path. And I have chosen cacao and combo, bufo 5-MeO, and breathwork, specifically breathwave. But before I dive in, I want to clarify that nothing that I share tonight is medical advice. I am not a doctor. These understandings come from tradition. They come from ceremony and personal experience and integration. But before we go deeper, I invite you to arrive together with me. If it feels comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes, soften your gaze. Put your feet on the floor. Take a long, slow breath in through your nose. Gently exhale through your mouth. Continue to do this as you feel the ground beneath you. Feel your breath go in and out of you. Feel your body relax. Feel yourself arriving. And in this moment, I'd like to say give thanks to the earth Pachamama, the teachers, the tribes, the lineages that carry these medicines forward. I would also like to take a moment to thank the Mi'kma'ki for the use of their land for this time. I invite you all to take one more deep breath together and sigh it out. And I invite you to bring yourself back and open your eyes. The first medicine I'd like to talk about is cacao, the heart opening medicine. I love this medicine. I received my training through a lady by the name of Judy Machado, and she is the founder of Goddess Temple Cacao. Judy teaches cacao as a living spirit. She got her teachings from the Shipibo tribe in Peru. And she believes that cacao is a heart teacher and a heart guide, and it is there as a heart ally. Ceremonial cacao comes from indigenous traditions in Mesoamerica. The Mayans, the Olmecs, and the Aztecs are all famous for this medicine. They all treated cacao as a sacred plant. For them, it was a gift from the gods and used in rites of healing, in prayer, and community connection. Everybody enjoyed cacao. Everybody does enjoy cacao. And the true ceremonial cacao is a whole bean. It's minimally processed, and it's grown in the ancestral lands of Mesoamerica and prepared in prayer and intention. They keep the plant's full energetic and biochemical profile as they are preparing it. Part of my training was about how cacao speaks to the heart, how it gently brings us back to our emotional body. Yeah. There is no force with cacao. There is no overwhelm with cacao. It's just a warm invitation as you drink it to come back into your heart. Cacao increases the serotonin in the brain. It's the chemical of connection, bonding, and love. And, you know, that's just a little bit about the science, but really it is a heart teacher that brings us into honesty and into feeling. It brings us into a remembrance of our heart and our love for ourselves. And that's why cacao it's a wonderful medicine for people that are looking to explore. It's soft, it's gentle, it's inviting. And it just teaches the language of the heart. Physically, it can help increase circulation and cardiovascular stimulation. It is full of theobromine, magnesium, antioxidants. They can help to enhance focus and clarity and sustain energy without anxiety. It's very much a stimulant, and it doesn't cause that anxiety that caffeine can cause. It can help relax the nervous system, and it can help with hormonal balance and help to improve mood. It helps with emotional processing as you meditate with cacao. It can offer a sense of safety and grounded presence. The entity of cacao is very loving. It can help to increase your own empathy and your own connection and your own authentic expression. It's considered a teachable plant. It's considered to be gentle and feminine and deeply supportive. It can help connect you to your intuition, enhance your meditation and creative work, and deepen your connection with nature. And it can invite states of gratitude and openness and alignment. It can also, help alleviate stress and anxiety. I'm really glad I had a mug before I came in here. And one of my fun little facts about cacao, the Theobroma tree that grows these beautiful cacao pods, is it is a fruit. And it's my fun little fact. So when you have in your chocolate, you're actually having your fruit, which is just kind of neat. It's rich in magnesium and iron, which help to support that hormonal imbalance. And for women, it can help support menstrual discomfort. And it has vasodilating effects and antioxidant levels to help protect the cardio. Absolutely beautiful medicine. And who really doesn't love chocolate? For me, it is offered a gentle way to meditate every morning. And it's a great opener to talk with people with, just offer them chocolate. Hey, you want a piece of chocolate? The second medicine that I'd like to speak to you about is combo. It's kind of like the wild animal. And it's a cleansing frog medicine, and it comes from the Amazon. And I received my training through a place called Healing Hearts Combo. She's cute. Oh. Healing Hearts. Healing Hearts Combo, and she was healing hearts. And everything that Healing Hearts teaches is rooted deeply in traditional practices, specifically with the Shipibo tribe. Combo is a traditional Amazonian cleansing medicine, clearing medicine. It helps to detox physically, emotionally, spiritually, and ancestrally. And it's sourced from the secretion of the Phylomedusa bicolored tree frog, which is actually commonly known as the giant tree frog. And when they milk this toad or frog, my apologies, the chiefs sing and the chiefs call the frogs in, and the frogs come in for this ceremony willingly. And they have 4 glands on them that carry this poison, as it's called. And they will milk 2 of them, leaving 2 full, so the frog is not left defenseless. And they are very cautious about milking their frogs, and they protect their land. Nobody else is allowed to come in and do it. And it's only the hierarchy that is able to call the frogs in, and the frogs come. So it's really kind of interesting. And it's been used by indigenous tribes for generations in the upper Amazon, including the Shipibo tribe that I talked about, the Matsti, and many others. Combo is seen as both a physical cleanser and a spiritual warrior medicine, used for cleaning what they call the Panama, which is the stagnant energy, heaviness, and misalignment. And I can tell you from personal experience, it purges it out all right. And they use this before they would go hunting to help clear themselves of toxins and to help clear their energies so they could go out pure and they could see what the forest had to offer, so they could get food to bring back to their tribes and feed them during the winter. And then the secretion that comes out, it's when it comes out, it is dried on a little stick, and that's how they keep it. And they keep it very, they keep it away until they need it. And then they moisten it with a little bit of saliva, and it is applied on superficial burns in the skin. And it's only like a couple of layers that goes in, just enough to get to the lymphatic system. And then they put that on, and it stays on for about 20 minutes. And that's when you go through the lovely purging, as it were. And traditionally there is prayer and Icaros, and we have a deep respect for the frog in the forest, and we pay homage. Combo is the medicine that says, let go. It's kind of the medicine that'll take you through and make you let go of what is no longer serving you. And whether that is something physically, like my first walk with Combo was definitely a physical detox. It was taking the addictions that were still in me, both the physical addictions that were lingering from alcohol specifically for me, as well as the mental addictions to the trauma. Because when you go through trauma as a child, it tends to stick with you and you become almost addicted to anything around trauma. And, Combo can help that be purged as well. It's quite an amazing medicine. Like I said, it can cleanse through detoxification, through purging. And purging comes in many ways, whether you vomit, whether you have a bottom purge, as we like to politely say it. It comes with sweating, screaming, crying, all kinds of snot coming out. You could shake. People can pass out. It's good for resetting and strengthening the body's natural vitality. And it helps with a heightened presence and energy and clarity following the process. So after the process, you feel very clean and very clear. And again, I can speak to that from experience that, the best way that I explain how to feel after a Combo ceremony is I feel clean and pure. And it's very beautiful. And emotionally, Combo is known for its powerful clearing effect. As I told you about, clearing emotional traumas and emotional addictions. It can help release emotional heaviness and blockages. It can bring a sense of courage and resilience and personal strength. Because let me tell you, after you sit with the wild frog, and you make it to the other end and you are now feeling clear, you feel, and you are a warrior because you have sat with the frog and you've made it to the other side. In Shipibo understanding, Combo is considered a protective and aligning medicine. And they use it to clear dense energy, stagnant energies, and their energetic field, and deepen their connection with purpose and focus and the spiritual discipline. It helps them in their hunt. But unlike visionary medicines, like other medicines that I have talked about, and other medicines I will talk about, this is not really a psychedelic at all. There is no hallucinations. There's no psychedelic. You purge and you purge and you purge. Its teachings come through purification, discipline, and the discipline is sitting there with the medicine on you for the full 20 minutes. And it brings a beautiful clarity to follow. It's one of the hardest medicines I have ever sat with, next to Sananga. And I'm incredibly thankful for it. My initiation to becoming a Combo practitioner was what they call a 3x3. So you do 3 doses in 3 hours. And I decided to let go of fear. And the first dose went pretty good. I purged water. The second dose got a bit harder. And the third dose, because it got harder because we were knocking the fear out of all the corners of my body and my spirit. And the third dose was when we were bringing it up, when I was bringing it up. And the fear decided it was going to hang. And in the last 5 minutes, I went from somebody who was just purging and sweating to literally a wild animal, where I was telling off my facilitators, my teachers. I was mad. I was begging. I was screaming. And in the last minute and a half of having the medicine on, I took control and I said, no, you're out. And I purged like I haven't ever purged before. And I thought that I had filled buckets and buckets. It felt, and there was like just a little tiny bit of purge. But I let go of the fear. I chased it out of my body and I won the fight. And I was a warrior. And I wouldn't be standing up here in front of you today if I didn't win that fight. I would have been too scared. So yeah, it's a really beautiful cleansing medicine. And for the hardness that it is, it's worth every drop of sweat. Yeah. The next medicine I'd like to talk to you about is one of my favorites. Probably going to say that about all of these medicines. It is Bufo 5-MeO-DMT. It is nicknamed the God molecule, or the molecule of oneness. And I studied this medicine facilitation through the 5 education out of Tandava retreats in Mexico. and that is the 5-MeO Information and Vital Education. They are a trauma-informed program grounded in safety and ethics. And they also focus highly, and this is, a good third of the course on integration, because integration is key when it comes to all of these medicines, but very specifically 5-MeO. And their approach is supported by groups like the World Bufo Alvarius Congress and the Conclave. And I'll tell you about both of them in a minute. And these are both communities devoted to safety and integrity and the ethical stewardship of the medicine. So just for the technicalities, the World Bufo Alvarius Congress, they've held 2 congresses down in Mexico now. It's an international gathering of facilitators, researchers, and traditional practitioners, academics, and psychonauts who are focused on the sacred medicine of Bufo, or 5-MeO, specifically Bufo, actually, through this group. Its purpose is to share and develop the best practices for safety, ethical ceremony, integration, and conservation of the toad, because the toad is in trouble. The Congress promotes dialogue around science and spiritual use, sustainability, and cultural responsibility to the growing Bufo 5-MeO community. The Conclave is a group of anonymous collective of of experienced 5-MeO DMT practitioners who are dedicated to maintaining the safety and sacredness and ethical integrity of this powerful medicine. They create and share guidelines for facilitators, including best practices, ethics, safety protocols, and integration support. And integration is key throughout 5-MeO. And they have the aim of protecting participants and upholding reverence for the medicine and preventing misuse. The Conclave functions as a guardian network, offering structure, wisdom, and accountability within the global 5-MeO DMT community. So basically, they've just, wanted to make sure that nobody's going to get hurt while they're doing it. And the World Bufo Alvarius Congress is more so in the protection of the toad itself, because the Sonoran Desert goes from Mexico right up in through Arizona into the States. And right now, the toad is lost 60% capacity. So it's only down in parts of Mexico now. It's been killed off by people toad hunting because they hear of 5-MeO. After I graduated with 5, I did a shadowing project with one of my teachers, Chad Charles. And he's a facilitator whose depth and presence and integrity have helped shape the way I run ceremony. 5 taught me a very important lesson with this medicine. The goal with